this is day 5 me, and before I forget, I've been greatly inspired by the artist vlogs Mini Small, Robin Klons and Fran Nerd, so I just wanted to give them a shout out for what it's worth. And yeah, thank them because they've been so inspiring to me. So thank you guys. And now you can go back to the video, and if you want to check out those channels, I will link to them below. Today it's going to be a little bit special, or this week actually for me. I'm going to take you with me in my working studio and show you how I work and how I live as an artist. A bit like a vlog, but really art related. How my days look like. So I really hope this is going to be insightful for people that are interested in trying art as an career. Good luck, guys. This week should be very interesting for you. I have art prints coming up. I also have some artworks to send out to an art gallery in Newcastle. I also have an interview on Friday, and I want to start a new artwork. This is really my main focus, and I have to make a Skillshare class. I always try to recycle packaging. I think it's nice when the recycle stuff is looking a little bit nicer. I recycle for many reasons. It's cheaper. It's better in terms of environment because you're not creating anything new to pack. I always feel like packaging is the most wasteful. I've always tried to find recycled packaging either to buy or here to make myself. Since I'm making work that is, well, recycled, my artwork itself is recycled, I think it makes sense that the packaging itself is recycled. Doesn't look too bad. I still need to add some paper here and here, but that's done. I think I will probably need probably a good hour still to finish it off. And now I'm going to cook. I finished packing the artworks for the gallery Thought Foundation, so at least I've done that. It's pretty late, it's 5 p.m. and now I need to clean my studio, and later I really want to start working on penguins. I'm pretty exhausted, to be honest. It's pretty warm here. It's 30 degrees Celsius right now in my studio, so yeah, feeling it. So I have this vague idea of white plastic bottle with penguins on top. I'm going to work on that and try to figure out to sketch a bit, to ugly sketch a bit, and to clean this up and then prepare a base and stuff like that. So I've been up for a couple of hours now. I went to the postal office to send out the artwork that I packed yesterday. And now I'm editing the video, the vlog video that I filmed yesterday. I'm going to start to record the penguin tutorial for Skillshare. And now I'm simply going to film the different lessons in that class. I hope to finish the tutorial by tomorrow. I think today would be too short. I actually managed to record everything about the penguin tutorial, which I've started editing this afternoon while it was baking. So maybe I'm going to be able to finish the tutorial tonight and thus put it on Skillshare. I'm not too sure, I'm not too stressed out about finishing absolutely tonight, so if I finish it tomorrow it's fine. But I'm really happy because I wasn't sure I would be able to record everything, and I just finished recording everything, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. I really hope this class was fun for you and that you learned a ton. So this morning I finished my latest Skillshare class about the penguin. I'm really happy how it turned out. I'm really excited about that class. I think the tiny penguin is super cute. Then I had lunch. For lunch I cooked a burger. I used a lentil rice patty that I made some time ago and then I had frozen in my freezer. I actually really like to cook. Food is really important to me. And now I am going to do some artwork, so this is the most exciting part. So we are Wednesday. I didn't really get to work on actual artwork, so this is really my main focus, to work on my own ideas and on my own sculptures or paintings, and to build up a portfolio of coherent artworks. This is really what I want to do, and I want to get a name as an artist, so that's kind of my goal. Any artist might be a little bit different about that, and I think it's really important for you to understand what you want. If it's just making money, then it might actually be easier to do decorative artworks or something that is very accessible. But for me, it's not that. I really want to have a name as an artist and to leave an impact on the art world. So it's a little bit more arrogant in a way, completely narcissistic. It's really what I want. Never been very motivated by money, so I really want to leave an impact on the world through my artwork. I'm probably going to be watching or listening to something just to be able to focus better on my artwork. I find it so much easier to actually have something in the background, so my mind basically can halfway focus on listening to a story or something, and then I'm more free to express myself in my artwork. I'm not sure you understand that. If you do, then great. If not, then I guess we're all different. So we are now Thursday afternoon and I'm still working on my sculpture. So I started yesterday afternoon. It's been a day, more or less. I had an interview this morning. I didn't film anything of it because, I don't know, it just didn't feel right, I guess. But it was a really interesting interview. She asked very valid questions. The first question she asked: try to define yourself without using your age, your job. I don't remember the third thing, but when she said that, I was like, what am I going to answer to that if I'm not supposed to talk about my job? Because when I think about my life, I really think about art. It's like the whole meaning of my life is my work. So when you remove that, I felt like there's nothing left. And then she kind of helped me a little. Like she said, well, what motivates you in your work? Why are you doing art? And so I defined myself that I was someone who was passionate, very empathetic, very concerned about where the world is currently going. So climate change is something that I am very concerned about, and not just in a, oh yeah, it's bad, we need to do something about it. I actually feel physical pain thinking about climate change, how humans act. I'm also very concerned about geopolitics. Overall, what's happening in the world right now gets me really depressed. It's difficult for me often to live with that, and so art for me is a way to speak about issues that are very important to me, but also mainly to keep sane and to not think about the issues or the crisis the world is facing right now. Another question that I found really interesting: what is the tool that makes you happy? And again, my first reaction was like, She tried to help me a little bit out. She said, well, for instance, you talked about yoga, so that could be something. And indeed, I do yoga every day. I do it for many reasons. It's a way for me to have a break from my working. I do work rather long hours. I love working. I love sculpting. I love doing art. So it's something that I'm extremely passionate about, and I'm very intense when I work. And so very often I work rather late. And when I do so, I cannot go to sleep after working right away, because my mind would focus so much on work. It would create sleepless nights. So I always have some yoga every night, just to clear my mind of my working day. Of course, it's also my workout. I don't belong to those people who love to work out and who do like 20,000 different kinds of sports. My body, I try to keep it healthy, but that's pretty much it. There's this old saying that healthy spirit in a healthy body, and I really think that, especially when you are working from home and if you're an independent creative or pretty much anything, it's easy to not work out and to not take care of your body. But from experience, and I've been working on my own for 10 years now, having some kind of a healthy workout routine and a healthy way of living, it helps to keep everything in balance. Which brought me to the actual tool that makes me happy, and this is going to sound so cheesy, but it's actually my boyfriend. We've been together now for 12 years. He's an architect, so he works in an agency. So he has regular hours every day, so he wakes up at a specific hour, he comes at lunch, and then he comes home in the evening. Everything is pretty fixed and stable. I've realized that it does help me as well to have a very stable schedule. Living with someone else, it does help you to stabilize and to keep you healthy and sane. Sometimes it's good that you realize the importance of others in your life. The third question that I really liked: what was your biggest failure that you learned the most out of? And again, just a huge blank, and it was like thinking failure. And I was saying nothing because I was really like trying to think about something that would have been a failure but would have helped. And so she looked at me and she laughed and she said, well, you probably had an easy life. And I was like, I don't know, maybe. And then she said, or maybe you see life differently. Indeed, I don't regret anything in my life. When I was younger, I tried to go into art school. I didn't make it. And so I eventually ended up in architecture school, and so I have a degree in architecture. So you could see that as a failure, that I didn't go into art school, but I did become an architect even though I never worked as one, so I don't really see that as a failure. When I started to shift from miniature food to art, I did a bunch of sculptural paintings, and most of them now, when I look at them, I'm like, ugh. but I don't see them as failures. They're just like steps in an evolution. And so I was trying to think, well, what does it mean, a failure? I was like saying, for me, a failure is maybe something where you would work 3 years on something and it would crash and not work out. But then again, if you are working so much on something, you don't need 3 years to see that it's a failure. You know, you kind of adapt along the way. You're like, okay, that's not working. We need to adjust a little bit the road to my personal goal. I'm not speaking of personal drama. That's something completely different. Something can happen to you, but that's not a failure. Yeah, I don't know, someone close dying, or you're breaking a leg, or for me, for instance, losing the ability to see, or even, I don't know, an accident where I would lose my hand, something like that. That's not a failure, that's just a drama. That's probably very complex to deal with. But for me, failure is really working on something and it doesn't work out. But working intensely on something, you always kind of adjust. So I thought those 3 questions were really interesting. I don't really know how to end that. I just wanted to share like the impressions I had with the interview that I really liked. I'm going to keep on working on my sculpture for now. That's kind of what I want to do today, and I always try to seize those creative flows when they arrive. Good morning! So we are now on day 5, Friday. It might be the last day I'm filming for this video because I've already got quite a lot of footage and I don't want this video to be hours long. And now I want to finish sculpting my penguin bottle. We're going to call it like that, penguin bottle. While I'll sculpt, I'm going to watch a Skillshare video about how to be successful on YouTube, which I feel like I really need that right now because my YouTube channel has been a mess. It's from Draw with JAZZA. You might know about him. He makes drawings. He's pretty successful. This is the plan for this morning.
What a channel could expect. So, for example, if you have a channel that regularly...
So I just finished the class with the Draw with JAZZA on Skillshare and must say it was very insightful. I learned quite a lot. Okay, I'm just going to continue working on my penguins. I have a good feeling that it's going to be finished tonight. Excited about it. I really like to work on my sculptures. I'm really excited when I finish one as well. Working on prints this afternoon. I photographed a few more of my sculptures. Now I'm going to go to the local print shop and see how they look in real, because I had a few issues with them, not with them personally, but with the prints. So I want to clear that with them so I can finally have prints in my shop. So hopefully this will work. I'm kind of fed up. I've been running in my studio just to reshoot some of the pictures. I'm kind of pooped now. So I'm going to send them an email, go to them. I also prepared test sheets for the A5 prints. And yeah, I really hope it's going to clear itself so I can finally have prints on my website, because I know some of you have been asking for them. To be honest, they look really good. I mean, I really like the vibrancy of them, and it's really nice paper. It's a really thick paper, and of course it's also archival ink. And I also finally got the packaging. It's not plastic actually, it's made from corn or potato starch. I need to check that out. I found them thanks to Friend Nerd. They are made in the UK, and so it's not plastic, and this is pretty awesome. They are biodegradable, so I'm really happy that I have those. I really want the prints out. I wanted them out today, but it's already 4 p.m. My sculpture is almost finished, and I've been working non-stop since this morning, and now I'm getting frustrated with the prints, so I really want it to work out. So I'm going to run to the shop and just wish me luck that it will all work out. Okay, so we are at the end of this week, day 5. I'm not going to film this weekend because my boyfriend is going to be around and I hate to talk to a camera when he's around. It just is really weird. Let's just do a recap of this week of what I did and did not achieve. The sculpture. So did I finish my sculpture? Kinda, almost. It's not too far, but no, it's not done. It's going to be finished this weekend, so prince. A prince? A winner this week? Well, kinda. I mean, I have the A3 and the A4 and not the A5. I will work on them tomorrow and we'll work out the margins, and I'm not going to bore you down, but hopefully I'll be done by the end of this weekend with the prints so I can finally put them on my website, so wish me luck. Shipping of my artwork. Yay! That is probably the first thing I achieved this week. It took me one day, but that's done. And my work is going to be at Thought Foundation from the 8th of June until September or October, I don't recall exactly, but I will put a link below, so if you are around Newcastle you can go and see my work. I sent out 5 of my artworks, so plenty for you to see. And last thing, this video. So is this achieved? I mean, almost. I'm going to finish filming this and then I'm going to finish editing, and I've been editing the video during the whole week, so I think it should be done in maybe 1 hour, maybe a little bit more. The other achievement of the week is of course the Skillshare class, which has been posted, and if you're interested, maybe check it out. I'm also putting the link down below. I feel a little bit less awkward talking to you, which was the whole point of this week of vlogging. I really wanted more art type vlogs on my life as an artist, which sounds so posh, but I really want to do that. So if you have any questions, just ask. I have a bunch of them that I'm going to work on, but if you have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them through a video in the future. I really hope you enjoyed this video, even if it was really long. If you watched it until now, thank you. Thank you for your time. I'm proud of you. Maybe you did something at the same time. Maybe you did some artwork. So, you know, I was kind of in the background. I think that's pretty much sums it up. I cited all my inspirations, so I'm going to say it again, but Mini Small, Robin Klunz and Friend Nerd, which I've been kind of binge watching on the past month. I think that's it. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye!